Good morning, this is a Shaman Oracle reading for Tuesday, and today I'm reading for Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. And before I start, I like to point out I'm only using one deck. It is called the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, and I divided the cards because they come in self cards, in places cards, and tool cards. So I divided the cards, I shuffled them, and then assigned one card each to each zodiac. And this reading here now is for Virgo. Welcome, Virgo. The reading starts with the Selves cards, and out for you came the Warrior. And the Warrior card is about the samurai, the soldier, and the advocate. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with the sword in hand, moving blindly toward battle. Yet the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us face to face with death itself. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal to guide the sword's blade. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. If and when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence are their default response. When this card appears, it is important to question the battle at hand. It is likely a great one with deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions you take will stay with you long after the dust settles, so choose wisely, brave one. As you draw your sword, realign with the eternal wisdom within. Then surrender to the battle. Without a true purpose, manifesto, or oath, the warrior is lost. So ask yourself, what do you stand for? What are you willing to do in the name of it? Then write it out. Be careful, as the warrior implies war. The two go hand in hand. Those who defeat others are strong, and those who defeat themselves, they are mighty. Now we come to the places card, and that one is called Dead End, the Dead End. And the Dead End is about a closed door, the final chapter, and the impasse. Contrary to what its name implies, the Dead End is very much alive. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. It is thick, dense, uncompromising, a wall beyond all walls. With every thorn and stone, it simply states, "No more, my child. You have reached the last page of this chapter." It is natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way, we fight with life itself. From a mythic perspective, The end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you had planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as the life's beginning. Reflect on dead ends in your past that led to unimaginable wonders. The moment you accept the ending, a feeling of grace will arise. Doors begin to open, both inside. Doors begin to open, both inside you and in the world. And note that in most stories and movies, the moment the protagonist reaches the dead end, something riveting happens. Now you are this protagonist. And the last card is the Tools card, and that one is called the Seed. And the seed is about the beginning, the origin, and the pearl. See now, here comes your beginning, Virgo, the seed. Beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Whether you follow this imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there is potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particularly attention to what agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping up against a growth edge. It is from the grit that a pearl eventually comes to be. And the true seed is elusive. If we follow any story toward its origin, it spirals farther and farther back in time. In this way, we are always the seed and always the fruit it bears. So, that was the reading for you, Virgo. Thank you very much for listening. I wish you a wonderful day today. I wish you a great week. Take care and goodbye.